You know that feeling, that constant race to keep up with the life that you think you're supposed to have? What if I told you that the secret to a stress-free life isn't in getting more? A lot of people think I'm just lucky to live this way. But the truth is, I just decided that enough is enough and made the choice to live differently. I had to ask myself, what is truly enough? The truth is that designer coffee, the newest gadget, the endless scroll on the phone, it's all designed to make you feel like you need more. This is a perfect, curated illusion. I remember a day when I was living in the city, working, and we had a meeting, and I had to rush to the store, so I stopped and bought that designer coffee. And then I was also checking out the new thing I had just bought on Amazon that came in the mail. And by the time I got to that store for that meeting, I looked at my reflection in the store window, and I really didn't even recognize myself. I was so stressed out and just so tired. It was definitely a moment of clarity. I was so busy chasing this version of success that I lost myself completely. I really was living a life that I thought everybody else wanted me to live. I thought that's the way we were supposed to live. But that feeling of success you're chasing, it comes at a cost. Not just your peace of mind, but often also your financial freedom. Hi, welcome to God in the Greenhouse. I'm Nicola, and I'm so happy you're hanging out with me today. I am so excited to talk about simple living with you all. I'm working through a little bit of rain, some smoke in my eyes, so please don't mind me looking like I'm crying. I promise you I'm not. Now, one of the questions I get asked the most is, what is simple living? It's not just a one-size-fits-all checklist. It's about defining what enough means for you. And then curating a life around that instead of letting consumer culture define it. For one person, like us, that might be meaning to sell your large suburban home, to go live in a cabin up north. For another, it could be simply reducing your work hours to spend more time with the kids. It could be learning to cook and bake your own bread and meals instead of buying everything so pre-cooked, because that literally does save a lot of money every month. Gosh, we save nearly like $500 a month just by me cooking everything from scratch and planning the meals out like that. So the common thread is this. It's about defining what enough means for you and then building a life around that rather than letting societal pressures dictate your choices. I know this feeling firsthand. I used to live in the city. In my days, oh my gosh. Oh, I'm getting smoke in my eyes, everybody. But yeah, I definitely know the feeling. I lived in the city and my days were a constant race to keep up with what I thought everybody else in my life expected from me. It was a life filled with a lot of stress, doubt, and anxiety. Every decision I made led me to that moment. There was no one else to blame but myself. The truth is, my chaotic life was a choice, and so is yours. It's a truth we all have to accept. We are the only ones accountable for the way our lives are going. It's about accountability. If we don't take accountability, we can't start changing our lives. But now, by choosing a simple life that's more purposeful, I've found a life that is so much better. Genuinely stress and drama-free. I love my life. It's about finding freedom in having less so you can have more of what truly matters: time, peace, and relationships. The Bible reminds us in Luke chapter 12, verse 15, to be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist in abundance of possessions. Simple living is about trading the endless chase for more for a life rich in purpose. It's a journey that aligns with biblical values, prioritizing commitment and generosity over material wealth. Another question that comes up all the time is, but do I have to give up everything to live the simple life? The answer in my experience is no. You're not giving up everything. You're intentionally letting go of anything that distracts you from your purpose and your relationship with God. It's about creating space. When you let go of clutter, the excess shopping, the endless social commitments, the constant need for bigger, badder, and more, you make room for what truly matters. You make room for time with your family, peace of mind, and a deeper relationship with God. This is not about deprivation. It's about the liberation found in trusting Him with your needs. You know, one of my favorite stories is the story in the Bible when Apostle Paul talks about being trapped in the prison and being happy no matter what. In the Philippians chapter 4, verses 11 through 13, he says, I have learned to be content whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all of this through Him who gives me strength. For me, this meant letting go of the need for the latest tech gadget. I've used the same phone for quite a while now, and any of the phones and stuff I get are from like Dollar General for $40. And then I also stopped buying clothes all the time. I only buy clothes now when I absolutely need it, and only from the resale shop. So I'm also learning how to mend my own clothing, so when it gets a hole, instead of tossing it out, I fix it, especially if it's something I really like. Living this life also meant saying no to social events that felt more like obligations than true connections. It's about a shift from I need to have this to does this add value to my life? Are you buying this to fill a void that only God can fill? This life is not something I simply stumbled upon. It's not luck. I didn't wait for the lottery ticket. I didn't wait to save up money. No, it's not. It's a result of very many small intentional choices I have been making over the years. You can do this too. You're learning to trust that what you already have is enough. The truth is, the chaos you're living is an intentional choice. And the freedom you're looking for, well, that's only a choice away. It's also about learning to find compromises for certain items. Maybe you can't buy something new, but you can learn to make it, or you can find a creative way to substitute. This act of being resourceful and living with less is an expression of faith. It's about trusting in God's provisions and being a good steward of what He has already given us. The Bible says in 1 Timothy chapter 6, verses 6 through 8, but godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into this world, and we can take nothing out of it. But if we have food and clothing, we will be content with that. This is not about living in poverty. It's about living with purpose. It's about finding joy in what you already have and using your resources to bless others, not just to bless yourself. Ultimately, simple living is a deeply personal journey. My version of this life is not a blueprint for yours, but a testament to what is possible when you stop chasing more and start cherishing what you already have. I hope my story inspires you to find what's enough for you. What is one small thing you can let go of this week to make room for something that truly matters? I thank you so much for sticking around to the end. If this video helped you out any, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. Give me a comment in the comment section. Let me know what's going on. Are you making any changes in your life to make it a little simpler, give you a little peace of mind? If you're a subscriber, I truly thank you from the bottom of my heart for sticking with me, supporting me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. This is a newer, growing channel, and we would love for you to be a part of the community. Now, I really do truly hope that you all have a very blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video.